Hi guys, it's Amanda and welcome back to my art channel. I am so excited about this week's video, and I know I say that every single week, but honestly you guys, I am so excited about this video. I don't even know where to start. So as you could tell by the intro, this is another Artstravaganza video. This is our 4th theme, and after this one we only have one more. I'm like having separation anxiety already because I've just had so much fun making these videos, and they've really challenged me a lot, and this piece in particular is, I think, one of the truest testaments to that. The theme for this challenge was an opposite challenge, and I immediately knew what I wanted to do because I knew I could push myself to do something that I'd been wanting to do for a long time, and that was draw some of the characters that I had been kind of developing on the side. I've shown them in a couple of like sketchbook updates. They really have not been hashed out hardly at all. This is the only finished piece of these characters that exists, and if you know me at all, you know I don't really have a lot of original characters, but that is all about to change. So for the opposite challenge, I wanted to draw my characters that I had based on the sun and the moon, because I mean, what's more opposite than that, right? Day and night. And they are characters that I had really not focused a lot on before this piece. So this piece was not only a chance for me to draw them, but I kind of had to create them all together. So that was a lot of fun, but it was a little bit intimidating at first. Like I said, I hadn't really done any concept sketches really at all before this point. So anyway, the characters that you see are my original characters, Helios and Volana. Basically, that just is sun and moon in different languages. That's why I came up with the names. And I drew them in kind of this sort of Art Nouveau style. It's not quite that detailed, but that was kind of the look I was going for, and I drew them on kind of these mirrored panels with these like curved archways, and one of them is obviously very fiery and warm, and that represents the sun, and the other one is very cool and cloudy, and that kind of represents the mystery and the moon. So what's crazy is that I finished this piece, and all of a sudden all of these ideas started coming to me about these characters, and that, I kid you not, that has never happened before. I've had original characters like in the past, like way back when I first started drawing, that I wanted to like create a story about, but it just never amounted to anything. It never went anywhere, and that was just totally not the case with this piece. I could not stop thinking about these characters and their relationship and their story, and so I would really love to develop these characters further. I have sort of an idea to where I'm tying my other original characters, Aurora and Borealis, in with these characters, and I have a lot of other characters that I want to develop, but I'm going to take it slow, and I'm going to just kind of gradually build up designs and kind of a storyline. And if I ever do end up like writing a story or drawing out like a comic or something, that is going to be years in the future, but I am just so grateful for Artstravaganza and for this challenge, for pushing me to create some more original characters, because this has just been like the coolest experience, and I think this is by far my favorite Artstravaganza piece that I've created for this challenge. So yeah, basically Helios is like basically a symbol for the sun. I don't want to say he's like the personification of the sun, because I'm not sure if that's the right word, but basically he represents the sun. He's a symbol for the sun. And Volana is a symbol for the moon. So they're not like gods and goddesses, although in the story that I am developing, they do kind of take on like a similar role as like Greek gods and goddesses, and I do plan on pulling in a little bit of mythology into their characters. But basically they have kind of like a forbidden love, if you will, sort of like they were destined to be together, but they can only exist apart because Helios is like he can't be too close to Volana because his heat is like too intense. He's too fiery, and she, you know, she needs to be kind of kept cool and hidden and tucked away. And it's just like they so desperately want to be together, but they can't because their roles and who they are meant to be in the universe just can't really allow them to be together. But they're both very strong characters, and that was something that I really wanted to show through, is like neither of these characters ever really yields to the other. They are both, you know, such dominant, powerful characters, and they do their roles so well. So I'm really excited to develop these characters further. I really just, I can't wait to see where this goes. I'm so excited. And this was, I think, probably, well, I know for sure it was my favorite thing, but I think that a lot of the other artists had fun with this one as well. I know it was a little hard to like think of ideas at first and figure out like the direction that you want to go in, because opposites can be very vague, and it's a little hard to translate that into a drawing if you don't have a specific idea in mind. But I seriously commend everybody for this challenge because they did so well, and I'm really proud of all of the artists. They always continue to amaze me and inspire me. So yeah, I always did feel a little left out because I didn't have my own original characters, and now I do, and I'm really excited. So definitely look forward to seeing more of Helios and Volana in the future. And really quickly, I should mention this is a mixed media piece done on Bristol board. I started out using a wash of watercolors just to get the basic color scheme. Then I did the majority of the coloring using my Copic markers, and I even used some of my refill inks to add some more color to the background. I used a white and yellow colored pencil just to give kind of a glow effect. I used the yellow for Helios and the white for Volana just to kind of match their color schemes accordingly. I used my white gel pen, and I kind of like outlined the figures in colored pencils rather than a multi-liner, just because it has a much softer look, and I've really been liking that lately. It takes way longer than just inking a drawing traditionally, but I like the look a lot better, especially for certain pieces like this one where I think the softer look really suits the overall piece. And then for the border, I just used a brown Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liner to kind of clean up the border and add in the text on the top. So here's a look at the final piece. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys for the final Artstravaganza challenge in 2 weeks. And while you're at it, don't forget to check out all of the other amazing artists participating in Artstravaganza. All of their links are in the description bar down below. Later, guys!